Hi, my name is Crystal Vance Guerra, and I'm working on a mural called South Chicago Rising. So this is an idea that I had called South Chicago Rising, and it took me a while to come up with the name because it's more like, what did I really want to see happen with this wall? And I really want, like, I see a lot of foreclosures, I see a lot of emptiness, and I want to put something with more life, like put a spark back into South Chicago that I know it has, and that it's in its history. That, like, it's unbelievable me to think, like, in 1970 there was like Teatro Chicano and like all these like art things going on in South Chicago, and now it's just kind of like, what's going on, you know? Where is that? And I know it's still here, like evidenced by a lot of people who've been calling me. I know it's still here, so that's the project. It's obviously a whole block long, so I need a lot of help with it, and I really think it could be something great for South Chicago, and maybe this could like spur kind of like a series of like projects like this, because there's a lot of walls and there's a lot of emptiness, and let's do something with it.
You can do the whole wall?
Yeah, the whole wall.
Nice, that's very nice.
It's not that tall, which is good, right?
And the vines we can just cut and or work
Are you
into
the guy
it.
you cover, painter?
Yeah, I'm the guy who did the murals in front of lawn cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You work with Lafayette neighborhood.
Yeah, he was supposed to come, but you know.
Well, you never know. Well, somebody can relay the message.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you guys do this, you guys gonna talk about them, or?
Yeah, like our plan was to spray it instead of rolling it, to get like a fade effect.
There we go. Remember I was telling you?
Yeah.
So I got the compressors and the sprayers. We come in like a bunch of different colors, maybe like 8 different colors.
You see, that's exactly it. Yeah. No, you got it.
Yeah.
I was talking the exact same subject because, you know, Pizza Studios in Indiana? They did a mural project. They did the same thing. They came with a compressor and backed it on with the color in the back. And then when they shot the design, everything was uniform.
That has to be sprayed.
Oh, so you got it right on the money. No,
yeah, this is
That's
easy.
something we need
you know,
to talk
I
about.
just came from Pilsen. We did one of the.
You were just in Pilsen?
Yeah.
I was just in Pilsen.
Yeah, we
I like sped down here too.
Yeah, we painted the 18th Street walls.
Oh, okay,
And I just came.
Which one?
On 18th and oh man, I don't know the name of that street. It's
What's
right. It's right by the train station.
Is it where the Jeff Maldonado mural's at?
They erased that one. Then there's a big.
Whoa. That's a big
No, I saw that today.
They erased a bunch of stuff because the city didn't know there was permission laws. And the city went and they buffed a bunch of stuff. Like there was some Vicente Fernandez up there, some.
Oh no, you're talking about by the Vidocs.
No, I'm talking about right in front of the park.
Oh, in front of the park. No, I'm talking about where Zemsky's is on 18th by the train. There's a wall and it's got a big blue face of a young man. That's
the one. That's the one we just finished up right now. Right on the corner.
Yeah,
right.
They're right on the corner. Yeah.
But the face is still there.
Yeah, the face is still
That's a
there.
controversial one because the ad was done for his son, but it belonged to another crew.
Yeah.
And that crew wanted it back.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So it was battling back and forth. But now I hope that they got it settled.
It was just a big misunderstanding what happened right there.
Right.
And then the city got involved, and that's when they went and they just whitewashed everything they had right there. Yeah.
Wow.
But as far as right here, we get like maybe like 12 different colors. I know the guys that I talked to were donate paint stuff like that. And we could do fades in there.
Now, would you take this vine out, or would you paint with it?
Yeah, like the day we kind of paint, we just scrape the whole wall. You know, you got to get rid of all this stuff.
Well, you're very lucky because it's only in certain spots.
Yeah.
Because the majority of walls are good. Now, this you have to take off.
This you got to take off. Yeah.
You can do it, but
I have a little story about this wall. A couple days ago, so I write for the Southeast Chicago Observer too. I was interviewing community organizations. I went to the bush and I went to go talk to the people at the neighborhood house. And there's this guy, Richard Melendres, and he said when he was young, he helped do a mural on this, and that like the cracks and stuff, they like turned into a dinosaur, or like the skyline, they just. But anyway, so I don't know if he's gonna come out. He said he would, but who knows. But yeah, so it's like kind of interesting to know that this was something before you.
Did he mention whether he was working with a guy named Jim Klikowski on that, who might have been the guy in charge?
Jim was the only one that was doing
the walls.
Yeah, him and Rafa.
It's my mom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, she's gonna say everyone get inside because it's cold. But
yeah, but I walked all the way down, and the only place that you see anything would be this spot right here and a few other. But other than that, I think it's an excellent wall. Excellent work. And I like the idea what you guys were to do with the fade colors.
I was telling her, I didn't know her project was called South Chicago was Rising. That's what I told her, like, man, we got the idea of what South Chicago Rising is. A phoenix rising from the ashes. You know, we just had some fires right here recently. So we can maybe incorporate all that into the wall.
Well, the phoenix is always a universal symbol, so that always works. Always works.
Chicago was known as the Phoenix City for a while
There's
too.
another
Yes, it
guy
was because
who
of the
couldn't
major
come
fire.
today,
They almost renamed it
but he wants
Phoenix.
to do
Really?
a
Yeah.
panel on the east
You
side.
mean we wouldn't be Chicago? We'd be
Right? It would have been
Phoenix?
Phoenix, Illinois, yeah.
We got guys that we
But the idea died.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
But that
what's
was
your-
one of
what's
the
your
ideas
step
at that
here,
time.
man?
Thank you.
Did anybody from Kisa, the Kisa crew, contact you or contact you?
No, I just didn't.
This is enormous.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you guys do that funny.
Not only that, it's pretty big too.
From the harbor.
Sisa? Talking about Omen?
Yeah,
Omen and them guys?
yeah.
Ish?
Trash.
We can call them right now.
Well, I relayed the message because I'm going to be hooking up with them because they're going to be doing a show in Pilsen. Matter of fact, all those dudes are doing a show in Pilsen and the Mingus Gallery, I think, sometime in May.
We're working on, you know that one from McDonald's? Owned by family
Oh, do you guys
dentist?
want to finish walking the walk?
My family dentist. Right here, Commercial Avenue. Yeah, we got that wall. I went in there and I talked to...
Well, it's long, too, because see, the caliber that you guys did over here are nice. That's excellent. The execution, the colors. It's been long overdue. It's been long overdue. You know?
We can go inside now.
See,
guys
yeah,
want-
this is
Yeah.
the only part where the wall gets a little funny. This part, and that one way over there.
Yeah, but this
Other
is,
than
I
that-
mean, this is just...
Or you use it as part of your design.
You can do
Well, the whole problem is I'm so busy right now that I wish I could volunteer some time, but
So,
I'm gonna be here to
yeah,
whatever.
we can talk about it inside a little bit more about like what sort of
Sure.
thing this would be. We'd be a lot
Should we
more.
wait for see anybody else shows up, or you think that's
Yeah, maybe a little bit more, huh?
You live there with that
Yeah, that's me.
your room up there?
Yes, that's my room.
Yeah, you decorated so when someone goes up there and they can see that?
No, I just left the light on. I like it like that. I just left the light on because I ran out.
So, what...
And we went back. So when do you think you want everyone to start painting? What's your goal? What's it?
Well,
take off?
Yeah.
kick up.
You didn't think
It's
that far?
already No, I did, and at first it was gonna be like April because I just had like a different timeline, but it took me a little bit longer to reach out to people. So now I'm thinking May, and like
Yeah,
But
before
maybe
school's
the
out,
weather
because
changes.
April's
Yeah.
mainly showers.
so like May, beginning of May, middle of May, but not like too late in May.
Yeah,
Like,
because
or first
school's gonna
half,
be out,
first
right.
half of May, preferably maybe first weekish.
One thing you might want to consider, May is Green Summit Month, 10th Floor
Okay.
Green Summit Month, and you might want to have a kickoff because you're sort of recycling the fence and so
That
it's,
would be a good way
good
to
thought.
integrate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you said the first week of May?
No, it's
you
the
wanted
entire
to do
month
like
of
this
May.
whole wait,
So
what?
Entire month.
anytime in May.
Anytime in May? No, there's something else going on that you were telling me about.
Well, the way we had talked about it amongst the crew was that we can make it into an event where we have a DJ come on, they play music, food, stuff like that. If the kids are going to be here from school, you know, and they don't really know what they're doing, there's going to be a group of us and we can teach them how to do it.
I agree. I agree.
You talked about that.
Yeah, we did talk about that. So, but there's a time, there's a date on that.
Yeah, there's a
so,
date on that because there's a couple guys that are coming
Even if you did year 3 to how many ever panels you're gonna do, even if you
6 or
kick-started,
7, yeah.
even if you kick-started it and you got done with your stuff and then it continued on,
Oh,
it depends on how long you want it to kick on to finish it. Because whatever they're gonna do, you need to blend. That's why you keep saying a kid wall. It's got to blend.
It's got to
No,
blend.
but see, they have the idea, the color fusion that will go from way over there to there. That
So
means-
they will color fusion every single one of these
Yeah.
walls.
So no matter what happens,
everything will be covered. So from the beginning to the end, and as people come, they just fill in the
Right, I
spots.
see what you're saying. So if you color the whole thing, so in other words, you would love 7 panels.
or whatever.
There's
That would be
17,
cool.
there are 17 panels
Okay,
to go with.
now if
Like,
there's 17 panels,
they can take 10 and
now
have
if
7.
you took all that, you would have to show what you want to put on them before you put them on, right?
Yeah, the Phoenix.
Well, the Phoenix ain't gonna take 10, babe. there's other ideas they have to think, right?
Well,
Or how was your Phoenix gonna go?
It's
A long
kinda,
tail?
It's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, like all the graffiti pieces were going to be connected into the Phoenix.
What would it be saying?
So you would need
South
a
Chicago Rising.
block.
See,
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, you
So
need a
your
block, it
Phoenix
couldn't
will be
be.
this way, and then along the tail it would be saying South Chicago Rising. I got it. I got it.
and
I
I'd
got
also
the
like
idea.
to, so part of this project is also to kind of incorporate like parts of South Chicago, parts of it, like both its history, its present, like what it could be, you know, and like which is completely in line with the Phoenix idea. It'd be cool to also put like pieces of South Chicago, not just the Phoenix, but also pieces of South Chicago, you know, like images of South
Well-
Chicago into.
Well, that has to be
Yeah,
discussed
and
further
the
at
Right.
another time
Right.
on what is landmarks now in South Chicago now, but what is the future of that corner way over there?
Right.
See what I'm saying? Am I right?
Or how
there.
how do we imagine that corner over there? Maybe differently than how they imagine the corner over there.
Well, they have a plan. If
I
you
know
look
they
at their
have.
plan,
I know
it's
they have a
big
plan. But how do we imagine it? They never discussed it with me.
Well, they won't because there's been a sign out there that you should be in the meetings, and
Right.
if you're not at those meetings, that's your giveaway that you're not interested.
We go to the meetings.
But the meetings aren't. Do you have a? You don't really participate in the meetings. They just kind of tell you.
Yeah, they have
So
a
it's
plan.
not.
You get to
Right.
give an opinion,
Yeah,
Right, but
it
it's not going to
really
be
doesn't-
incorporated.
Right,
but you're a number. In other words, you just go there and you kind of like add your 2 cents
Right.
to whatever's going on.
right.
They kind of listen to you in a way. Like for instance, the one over there where they're having the concerts,
Mhm.
we might have it for. Oh, I can let everybody else know that for an art fair. So when they're having their venue over there, we could have ours there. They could also paint on the walls, workshops, the whole thing. But that's further on in the summer. And that far
When are they
corner.
planning the concert? For?
I think it's July or August. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly sure. It might be July. But now
Another
we have
concert.
access to.
It's a possibility because
Yeah.
the first concert was a
And it
little
only came from
insane.
one reason. We were there in the meetings, bugging. Like, we said, you know what, let them have it. So we got that spot, and we're gonna work it this year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's all they can tell us is we'll see what happens, but they didn't give a definite thing. Yeah, you can do this. It's not a definite thing.
This is my view. That property has been sitting there for 2 decades. Nothing has happened except destruction.
Mm.
So they've got almost everything down except for the ore walls in the office building now that they renovated, which is a LEED silver building, and that's kind of good. But nothing else has happened there. But if you have a strong
It's my
enough
mama,
artist,
actually. Hi.
if you have a strong enough artist coalition that goes over and says, we got something to do, those ore walls themselves could be
Yeah,
painted.
that's what Ron was
And,
talking
and
about.
that
the
then,
whole-
yeah, then that would be a draw for them. That would be something very positive for them.
Right.
Because, well, the velodrome is sort of happening over here too, but that's going to be $54 million down the road. You know, that's not going to happen right
And
away.
it might happen another 10 more years for all we know.
Yeah.
What they want to do.
You can sit there, but
Who's gonna put a light in here?
my dad, David.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Mom. I don't think you're in the right
Once
one.
they color this wall, it's gonna change.
Yeah.
Just even with the first layer, it's gonna change. And then whatever goes on top of it, I already know that technique. It works really nice. Because even a young one could throw a tag on top of a colored wall and it's still gonna look nice. See, because if you do it the other
It
way,
worked for the mural we did over there.
Yes, it
it'll
did.
look splotchy if you don't do it that way.
Right.
But if you do it that way, everything looks like it's all
it's
together,
hard
even if it's all
together.
spread out.
Right.
And I like the idea of you already keeping in mind the workshops for the young ones because you are definitely going to need at least
Guidance.
2 guys for workshops.
Right.
Because the response from the young ones is good because we're already hearing it.
So maybe this could be part. This is one way we can move forward. So in 2 weeks, these people from all over are going to be coming in. Maybe I can work with the high schools more to say that on this day or on this weekend
I
there'll be
suggest you
people
do the
in
first plan, let him have it. But they're going to do to kickstart yours.
to just kickstart.
Yeah.
But then
Because
you
it'll
all can
complicate
help.
things for
Okay,
you, you
it'll
know what I mean?
complicate. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
just use your thing as a kickstart, and like maybe do 10.
But after you do your kickstart and your guys get it together to do that, would they be willing to come out on other basis of time to do what you just said to help? Because once these guys kick in come the summertime, a lot of artists we don't see nobody. Because that's how he is.
Everybody who's going to paint right here is from the neighborhood.
No, I'm not saying that.
Except
What
for the
I'm,
guys that are planting. Like,
No,
Right.
I'm willing to help.
They're gonna come back.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to do your 10 walls or whatever you want, how many she wants to give you. But I'm saying, since you said you need to guide whoever's going to do the next step, which I think is a great idea, because young kids will just do what they think is the coolest thing. But you want it to blend with yours. What I'm asking is, will you come back? Will you come back and volunteer? Will your friends come back and help organize or help that kid create whatever they want to create? You know what I'm saying? Would you bring back that time, your time?
Yeah. I even had mentioned that we can do it now. We can do this whole wall right now, and then at the end of the year have another event where you can redo it again. To see, you know, that way you get more and more people involved. So now it can become an annual thing. Next
You mean,
year,
so you're saying if you did it now, that you would cover up what you did, like if you did the Phoenix now? Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is, are you saying if you did the Phoenix then and renew it again, are you saying to renew the color? Or are you saying like the artists in Indiana, paint over it, the whole
They do the whole
thing?
thing. It's done all over.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be like annual.
we have
That's interesting.
We have a wall in Augusta. It's in the north side. It's Augusta Racine. What it is we started doing something. It's a letter form. It's in Chicago, and then we did it in the summertime. So the first half of Chicago, it's all summer stuff, butterflies, and in the middle of Chicago, it's the fall stuff, you know, the fall colors and stuff like that. And in the winter, which is the G, we got the winter, the snow, the Chicago snowmobiles, and then we have the spring all the way at the end, butterflies, new life.
I like that.
Yeah. We're still working on that. That's actually a year-long project. We could do that here too, you know?
Well, I often think, as icons in this neighborhood, because a lot of people don't realize that this is the first Latino neighborhood barrio.
Thank you.
This is our history.
I've been saying that.
This is our history, and a lot of
forever.
people don't know that. And they always think Pilsen or 26 was the first Latino neighborhood. No. Mexicans were living in boxcars. If you do your history right, they were living in boxcars out here. And our very first church of the Virgen de Guadalupe, if you do your history, it was on Mackinac, I think. And it was a little church, but icons, I think, in the most unusual way, this was a Polish neighborhood also. Heavy Polish. So that's why you have St. Michael's, which should have been a cathedral. Immaculate Conception was straight up Polish, and Our Lady of Guadalupe. These three churches themselves are still standing and still working for the neighborhood.
We
See
were
what
at a
I'm
meeting
saying?
today
And
where
I'd
they
like
did a
to
history of the
incorporate
neighborhood
some
and they
of
showed the original church, the
Yeah,
little
this is
frame
a
structure and
photo of
that.
at the
And so yeah,
historical
it
Yeah.
was, and it wasn't where it is now. Yeah, yeah.
It was
Right.
submit their drawings.
I'd like to
suggest or-
see some like, and that's what I put on the flyer too, like some ideas. Like, I would like to incorporate the history of Chicago because it is an untold
Right.
history. There was so much, you know, and like to show that.
Even if we had one of these,
Even
if we had one of these panels, just showing the three main churches that are still working. Or and let me not
But
forget.
also-
And let me not forget the First Baptist
the
Church.
First Baptist Church
Because
in Chicago and the first
you-
Mexican church in
yeah.
Chicago face each other right over there.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's history.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you know that, but I do some research on my neighborhood in Chicago. And not to
Right.
get off the thing, but it's
Yeah.
past history, it's modern history, along with
See, she's
They're
a
still
cool girl.
working.
She does cool design, and that's why she uses
Mhm.
the patterns. But she teaches in different.
right.
Everything we're doing,
And
she
I teach
teaches with
history
swap.
through quilting. So that's how, and I did all my research on what I needed to know about South Chicago. Because a fantastic building that's no longer in order, which was great, was that Mason building where the
The South
MCC
Chicago
used to be.
Mason building.
There was one?
Yeah, there is
Yeah,
one
It's a
right next to
Masonic-
the rainbow.
Yeah.
That used to be
Or
ours.
rainbow.
And it's
We used to
next to
have
the
that.
Blockbuster, what used to be Blockbuster. The Mason. You
No,
turn
no,
in.
it's
Yeah,
right,
you
right
turn
next to,
in.
yeah, right there
You turn
across
in.
from Peter and Paul. That
Right.
huge building, that was a Mason temple at one time.
South Chicago Mason Temple.
Yeah, it was awesome. Just like this Jewish, which is now
Synagogue.
a synagogue right here on Houston. That was a Jewish synagogue in its time, but now it is African American or something.
And Believers Church.
Yeah, something. But I'm just saying, get the
Yeah.
main ones down that are still working.
That would be.
No more than the four. The First Baptist.
But also show
IC,
that pattern of immigration.
OG.
You know that it
Yeah.
was like the first place for Mexican migrants to come in, and that whole struggle with migration, like first place of like the Black migration north. It was like South Chicago too. Why do we have the First Baptist Church? Like incorporating that like as part of the, you know, that's where we're coming. That's what we're rising from, and like that. If you could find a way to incorporate that into the Phoenix, like,
if that's the case,
of struggle
from
and
the
migration.
Phoenix, these are just ideas popping out. But like from the Phoenix, South Chicago uprising, you do your past history, and then you do what's going to happen with us because literally, if the city wants to snatch our buildings in here, what is that word they can use? What is that word? They can just
Eminent
take
domain.
Land grab.
eminent domain.
Oh yeah.
Eminent domain,
If
which
they
is
wanted
a
to
corruption of the
eminent domain
Constitution.
our entire little area here, they would.
See,
For whatever they had
but
planned.
the only problem right now with that style that she's talking about, there ain't that many painters painting that style anymore because that was the old style.
But can't you do
The new style is incorporated with different materials, different design, and they approach it differently. But the way we used to do it in the old days was the style that she's talking about. But nobody uses it anymore. It's kind of like old school.
So then are you saying
So that
then,
used to be stencils.
so wait a minute,
and
are you
designs.
saying then the entire wall is going to be done with spray paint? The entire wall, everything?
Unless you get an
See, you
artist.
didn't say
They
that.
want. No, but that's that.
No, it's up
If
to-
they take the entire wall,
It's
they
up
will
to
do
the
the
artist
entire
because there
thing.
might be painting artists. Because there's still painters. out
Right,
there,
right,
But not that many.
right.
I
You
would
might
like
get
to
one
paint
or
it.
two, but the
But
majority
can't you do that with can't you do
Yeah,
that
you
with spray
can.
paint?
Yes, you can.
Can't you do that whole
Yes, you
thing?
can. You can do anything with
Yeah,
spray paint.
okay.
It's just that
So you're saying
they don't follow the same thing like when we
so
were
you're
doing our
saying
work,
if
we were
someone
more
had a
political.
design and it got approved through her or whatever her committee is, whoever's going to do the approval, you would spray paint it? That's I know, but no, you didn't hear me. I'm saying like if I came in with a design and I'm not a spray painter and you
Oh.
approved it would you do it for me? That design? Is that what you're telling me you're going to
In other
do?
words, incorporating like she drew it and you painted.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that.
No, that's why we need to clear this air real good. Because I was under the impression spray painters will do their spray painter thing, painters will be doing their painters thing. But now you're telling me that I don't know if you're willing to do that because it's a lot of work. And if you're real good at the spray can, someone can give you the design and then you say, okay, we're gonna do it, and then you spray paint it in there. See what I'm saying?
But it doesn't work that way.
No, I know that, honey. I'm asking him.
I mean, the way we do murals is we come up with an idea, and everybody gets a little piece of the mural, and that's what they paint.
Right.
As far as, see, the thing is, you're just telling me that you're going to give me an idea. I'm thinking is,
I'm asking.
you're drawing, you're going to do it.
It doesn't
No,
work.
she's just asking the question. Would you be
But it
willing
doesn't
to?
work like
I
that.
mean,
I know that. I know
I'll
that.
do it. I mean, if
No.
you give me a drawing that you want me to do on the wall for you, I'll do it.
No, the reason I only asked that is because right now you just said the entire wall is going to be spray painted. So I'm like, oh, well that means...
No. The background colors.
Oh, okay, the background color.
priming the
Remember
walls.
when
Right.
she said that
The background.
the background is for
I'm not here,
design?
'cause-
Okay, I got you.
That's what
So if you want to paint something, go ahead. Feel free to paint.
He's
I
priming the
would
wall.
love.
He's priming the complete wall.
Yeah, so you're
And
priming the
each
whole
one
wall.
takes their own
Okay, so
section
that's their
and
thing. I got you.
incorporates their own thing. Okay, I'm not supposed to be in the picture, but I'm just...
No, I understood that, but I mean, it got kind of...
Yeah,
Wait, we can-
that was
I got it.
important.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta go.
I got it.
So what if we set like tentatively? Like,
He really
10?
wants his LA partners in there.
Yeah, that's
Right.
I agree
important.
with
That's
So what
it.
if we
Now-
Those guys
do
are like
10
really up in the
panels?
art.
Right.
I agree. I agree.
So,
I would definitely
so
go.
let me ask this question. Would they be doing something from LA, California, or would they be doing something that your group would request that would relate to the uprising of South Chicago? That's the question.
The mural that we're doing is called South Chicago Rising. So
Uh-huh.
everything that we're going to do on this wall is going to be South Chicago
And
Rising.
they are complied to want to do it also with you, LA artists.
More technique rather than
Right,
content.
right. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I mean, those are
There's
just
no
questions I
theme.
needed
You
to
give a
ask.
theme and everybody.
Right.
That's why we
Right.
do it in
So
the
you-
office.
Cool. Okay.
That'll be in
Their
a.
artwork, not their LA law, or their LA stuff.
No,
Just
they're-
their art,
It's styles, different styles.
their style of what they're doing.
Like you got LA, you got San Francisco, you got
Yeah.
New York.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
And that
So-
day, you'll call me with the day, and that day will also be an event. So there'll be music, DJ, all that stuff.
So now let me just say something. If you want to, do you need help, like someone to scrape the freaking wall?
Not those walls.
Well, yeah, you do, Romy, because it's scraping. It's already
It would be
good.
good if we could start cleaning up the walls.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Because I'm leaving to Vegas,
Uh-huh.
and I'm coming back that weekend. So when I get back that day, that's when we're gonna come and do it. That Friday.
Scrape
So
it.
Just
what day is
Let
that?
me give you an exact date.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
So anybody has
we can get a
time.
committee.
So
we get a committee. You have to put.
What do you want?
You have to put a canvas or something on that ground, like a
Yeah,
tarp,
yeah.
over that grass. So whatever we're chipping,
where are you doing
whatever we're chipping, will go on the tarp, so you don't ruin that grass.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm-
how many panels do you think that?
Okay.
This is
I'm
your
coming-
baby.
I know.
Your baby.
I'm coming back on the 15th, which is a Thursday.
Okay.
And that Thursday we're gonna paint everything.
So
On
you
a
would like
Friday,
before the
which is-
15th, if the walls need to be scraped, weather
Slightly.
permitting,
Slightly.
we will scrape it.
Yeah.
By the
And on the 16th and 17th, we'll be here doing our thing.
Okay, gotcha. So listen, I'm willing to donate some time and scrape, because I'm kind of good at that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So weather permitting, and I will come in with my own scrapers, but tarp, it's just tarp or even dollar plastics,
So you
just
don't
something.
so you don't kill the grass.
Yeah, so we could just.
Yeah,
And
maybe
it
ask.
doesn't, we can move it, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't,
yeah, we're gonna
okay.
move it to the
Yeah.
gut.
Yeah, maybe ask Ace Hardware if they
As
can
far
give.
as paintings,
Donate, yeah, ask Jim.
I have
I'll ask
I
Jim.
have colors. I have maybe like about 8 different colors, but that's not going to be enough. So if these guys can come up with like maybe like another 4 gallons of like bright colors, like reds, oranges.
Are we
Yeah,
talking
again,
about
from Ace
paint
Hardware
or are we
Yeah,
talking about
gallon
cans?
of paint, latex
Oh.
paint, exterior
Oh, cool,
paint.
cool. We're gonna use
That's
your
it?
people.
Latex.
Exterior, latex exterior.
True and Williams, Noel will have the contact
Okay, good.
person
I'm
for
typing
that.
down.
You're double, you're double.
The exterior will last way longer. because
How much,
I got-
latex what? Exterior?
Latex exterior, yeah.
Okay, now you must give
What
her the
colors?
address to
If
the
you
person
bring like a
so we can see
purple,
who gets
a
the
red,
She knows Noel.
orange, you know
Noel
what?
has the
I got
direct
the-
contact.
I got the swatches.
Gail
I'll
is her
give it
first
to
name. I
you.
can't
Yeah.
remember her last name now.
Okay.
So then you get
Kinda like
Noel
what
to
he's-
get
he's doing
the
exactly what
Thank
link
you.
on that.
On
And if not, I'm gonna ask Jim about this program, because Jim's known me since I was forever.
It's Ace Hardware.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask him if he can donate tarps or take them out for this particular project. Marie, how many you want? How about 4 or 5?
Or here's the other one. Graffiti blast. You can talk to the alderman pope and say we need this wall by such and such
Oh,
time.
yes,
blast
and they
it
can
for you.
blast this, all this crap off.
And
So that's another thing I was
That would be
wondering. Would sandblasting be best?
No, they blast it. They just knock
It's just
it off.
hard.
They,
It's just
they
a hard-
use
it's just
something
hard-
like
hard
So
baking
I just
soda
called
on it.
Alderman Pope and said, can you wash this wall?
He knows about this project. I told him.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So just tell Alderman
And
Pope,
if
you're
he-
the one
if
that's
they
involved
do-
in charge of this committee.
If they do, that
and
eliminates
if
our
they can
job.
do that
of
for
scraping.
you.
Okay, well, I will contact them on Monday then.
Yeah, and if they
Alderman Pope.
can't, then let us know, and we will
Right.
do our next step. We'll go to Ace Hardware, get the tarp stuff, and ask for a few metal stuff.
Vanessa is the contact person for Alderman
Right,
Pope.
Vanessa. Vanessa or Yesenia?
Yesenia.
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 Vanessa.
Close.
Me, buddy.
That's close. So if they're going to do that in April, because that's right around the corner.
That they're
my
gonna do
God.
that the
That's
6th
in the
April,
middle
like in 2
of
weeks.
April. And you'll be gone.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I think the date is.
But
April.
however, come May, this will still be going.
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
It will still be
Yeah,
going.
yeah. I'm sure you're going to get plenty of coverage on it.
Yeah.
That's good.
These colors all work.
Oh, she's leaving too?
Exterior latex, and then I'll get the other 4.
Okay, okay, good.
Nice.
So I will work on this.
So when are you going back to college?
I don't. It depends. If I go back to Brown, I would go back. I would only go back for a week in May, just for graduation. Then I'd be back here until mid-June, and then I'd have to go back, and then I could be back in August again, and then I'd have to go back because that's
This
when my
could be your
breaks are.
dissertation.
This could be your dissertation.
Really? I mean, you.
But if I go to Mexico, then I'd be leaving in August, and I'd be there for
Well,
2 years.
you know what? Even if this, you are?
If I get in, I haven't gotten in yet. So, universidad.
Oh, okay.
And de
Going
una,
for?
estudios latinoamericanos.
Nice, nice. Even if it didn't get finished, it
It'll
could
go
always
well.
get finished.
Oh yeah,
eventually.
yeah. No, I know it. I know it'll get done. So
Nice, nice.
I'll work
nice.
on these for Monday and call the alderman about washing the wall, and we'll be in communication about this event on the 16th
He's
and
coming in the
17th.
15th, yes. 16th.
And that. So tell me what day DJ and stuff is gonna
It's
come.
most likely going to be on a Friday or a Saturday.
Okay.
So that would be the 14th or 15th, I think. 'cause
What's the week?
15th
We're
is a
supposed to go
Thursday.
to-
15th is a Thursday.
Yeah, so
Friday's the
15th
16th, 17th, Saturday.
So let me know what day that's actually gonna happen.
it's going to happen on the 16th
About-
and the 17th.
Both days?
Yeah,
16th and
DJs
17th, those aren't
and
April
both
days.
DJ probably on the
What's
first
They're
day.
not
On the
April
first day,
days.
so
What are-
the 16th.
John's getting
I'll
married
start
on the
working on a
14th. It's a
flyer.
Saturday, right?
I don't know if like, I don't
Yes.
know. Do you guys want people to watch you all do this, or do you want it to just be you
Oh,
all?
it should be
Well, I think you
recorded.
let the alderman know you're gonna do that. That way he can watch it back.
Okay,
Just
let-
tell the
Crystal,
alderman
Crystal,
I'm gonna
this
be
is
doing
your
a thing on that
dissertation. You
day.
need documentation on this.
I'll be taking pictures.
I can get a bunch of my friends who are like visual artists and like video recorders, like. we can
Well,
go
that
do
always
it.
helps. I
Good.
think kind of
That's
documentation.
Yeah, get.
But,
And
but
yeah, and could my friends come, like visual artists, even
Yeah.
though they're not from the
Yeah,
community?
yeah.
Yeah, there are plenty of walls.
As long as they
There are
stay
plenty
with
of
the
walls.
theme.
No, yeah, I have a lot of good friends that are artists.
Good.
'Cause I
So
go to art
if you
school.
can have that ready before,
I will work on this.
then we'll come and then we'll just.
And the neighbors, don't forget.
Yeah, no, I went to, yeah.
And if
Yeah.
the city comes and cleans that up, then now you can use
yeah,
it.
we were
Yeah,
just saying
Yeah,
that.
that'll be easier. That'll eliminate
I want
us
to
from working.
contact.
And if you give you a hard time, just let me know. And I'll
They're gonna kill all those plants you got rid of because they use chemicals.
yeah, I know,
The
but that's
chemicals
kind of,
are usually like,
Baking
well, yeah, it's
soda.
like baking soda, yeah. But
What I
that
think is
could be a
looking for,
problem.
No,
That could be a problem.
no.
No, those
No,
are
it's baking
living
soda.
sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
We put them in there, we plant them.
Oh,
Hey, it might
very
mess with it a little bit,
nice.
but I don't think too
But
much.
no, it's high power water with baking soda, dude.
Yeah, that's
what
all
it
we do.
is.
But then you have to make sure you rinse enough to,
Yeah, it's high
Yeah, because
power water.
you'll have white powder around.
Yeah.
because it's,
About
it killed our
the
lilies.
people in Indiana,
Kisa.
Kisa, are they interested also in doing something?
They were told, but you follow up on it.
Yeah.
And once you follow up, you let me know what happened, and then I'll follow up.
Okay then, because I'm gonna start thinking about like how many
Because that's an
panels. I
international
want to give you
crew. That's
guys.
almost as bad as to do to my lake.
There's
Kisa is,
17.
I want to like give you guys a lot, but it'd be also great to give a lot of like people, multiple people space. On
So
this
your
wall.
group is the guys that did the ones on 92.
Yeah.
So how many is that, guys?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the church wall, it's 4 of us, and on the Four Seasons wall, it's like 7 of us.
Oh, that's a good
So you're
size.
talking about 7. You're talking about 11 people.
Yeah, but we're not gonna bring everybody right here.
Oh no, I'm not worried about that. I'm just
No,
saying.
Kisa's about 10 strong.
Yeah. Oh no, we like about 15,
Just used
20.
to groups alone would do the whole freaking
Yeah,
wall.
but you
whole
imagine
thing.
the caliber of art they could do.
I know,
something.
I
As far
know.
as-
We should do
I know.
something.
As far as people, my whole crew will come and do all of this.
Oh, I know that. That's
Yeah, yeah, we know
My
that.
whole crew will come and do all of this.
And the number
Guys,
on that
guys
is?
like you would love. That's 11.
Okay.
That's
So
it.
anyway-
If-
Prime real estate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is. It is. It's a graffiti walls dream. Okay,
Okay, so
is this it?
yeah, this is it. I'll talk to you
Oh.
all. It's an idea I've had for a long time, just because I live here, and so I see the blank wall every day, and I've seen it blank every day for the last 23 years of my life, and I've always wanted to do something with it, and it wasn't until recently that I kind of got both the motivation. I've always been inspired to do it, but it really got the motivation to do it because of kind of the moment that we're in, and that there's a lot of organizing happening all over the city, and a lot of projects are like being pushed forward in neighborhoods that before were, kind of forgotten about. And I've gathered a lot of energy from the whole moment of not just Occupy, but of all community organizations kind of becoming more active. For some reason, we're in this moment where everything is just starting to emerge more, and so I've gathered energy from that to push this forward, and this is one of several projects that I'm working on, but this is definitely one that I'm probably the most excited about. So I started doing a lot of research on South Chicago when I went away for school. Like, I got really homesick, started doing a lot of research on South Chicago, started to learn a lot about my neighborhood, and have learned, and like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of history here that isn't told and that isn't known, and I think it's really unjust the situation that most people in this neighborhood live in, and a lot of the things that are underway in terms of the development project and just the increasing poverty that's happening in the neighborhood. I don't like that. It makes me sad to see that this neighborhood that has this amazing history, and it's always been a history of struggle, is at this a weak point in which there isn't even much organizing going on. And part of it is that there needs to be inspiration. There needs to be we need to put the idea that there's something else possible, that another way, like South Chicago can be something different, and it doesn't have to be lakeside different. It can be whatever we want to make it different, and that's what I want to see on this wall. Like, that's why it's called South Chicago Rising. We have this history. What is it? Show it. We're at this moment where all this vacancies and emptiness of, well, what can we fill it with, and what are we rising, you know? So the idea of the phoenix that I really love, of South Chicago Rising, and this phoenix, this really is about, hopefully, like a first, you know, spark into reviving South Chicago in a way that's for the community and not like outside in, but us reviving our own community. So that's the idea behind the project.
Very good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.